What's going on, everybody? So today I'm going to be showing you how to change the front hubs and wheel bearings on a 5 Series BMW E39, which in the US is from 1998 to 2003. Don't mind the dogs. Yes, that is a dead frog they're playing with. But we're going to be doing this on my 525i touring wagon. So let's get started. First things first is we're going to jack up the car and make sure you have the jack stands underneath. And with a 17mm, we're going to take off the lug bolts. Now with the wheels off, we're going to turn the steering wheel to the opposite side of the side we're working on. So here we're on the passenger side, so we're going to turn the steering wheel to the left. And we're going to start by taking off the caliper and the brackets. Now if you look at the back of the caliper, you should see two plastic caps covering the bolts holding on the caliper. And you can just pop those off with a screwdriver, like I did here. Now with the caps off, the two bolts holding the caliper on are a 7mm hex, so go ahead and take those off. You can also use an Allen key as well, whatever makes it easier for you. Next, there's a little clip holding on the caliper to the bracket, and go ahead and pop that off. I just used 2 screwdrivers, and here I'm using a pry bar to compress the piston on the caliper just to make it easier to get off. Make sure not to let that hang. Next, to take off the bracket, there's going to be 2 18mm bolts on the back that you'll have to remove. For this, I used the breaker bar just to break them loose and then blasted them off with an impact. Now, with the caliper bracket removed, we're going to have to take the rotor off, and holding that on is a 6mm hex bolt. Now with the rotor off, you can see there's 4 bolts holding the hub onto the knuckle, and to get access to that, we're going to have to either drop the knuckle or raise the strut like I'm about to show you. There's going to be 2 bolts with nuts at the end holding the strut onto the knuckle, and both of them are going to be 17mm. So you can see I took a wrench to one side and blasted the other side off with an impact. While a bit ghetto, I used a jack and a piece of wood to compress the spring and lift the strut, giving me access to the bolts behind to get the hub off. The 4 bolts holding the hub on are 18mm, and once those are off, you can go ahead and take the hub off. Now with everything off, it's time to just spray everything clean and install the new hub and bearing. Thanks for watching.